Greetings and salutations, boys and girls, and welcome to some Kerbal Space Program. And this is version 1.1, the version we've all been waiting for. Lots and lots and lots and lots of bug fixes, some new bugs, and an upgrade to the game engine. Huzzah! Now, I've played this game before. I've got like 200 hours logged up to this point, and lots and lots of fun. But it was in like a 0.2 or something or other. And I promised myself that when the new version came out, I would restart. So I have. I have actually restarted a new career. And then I thought, well, why not record it and stick it up on YouTube, like I do with some of the other crap that I have. So here we are. Now, I know you're looking at the Space Center and my income and going, if this is a new game, yes. Okay, so career mode, you start with no money, no science, nothing. And I have to say, it's actually it's pretty tough. It's worth doing if you have the patience and the time. It's worth going through because you are forced, literally forced, to learn a lot and do a lot with almost nothing. I mean, just getting out to the Mun takes quite a while. And then that's career mode. Then there's science mode, where your only job is to collect science. But for science mode, they disable your missions. Which, while I like the idea of science mode, I also like doing missions. It makes me feel like I have a goal to accomplish. So what I did is I started a career mode, edited the file, upgraded all my buildings, gave myself a bunch of money, and I gave myself a bunch of science too, just to give me a little kickstart. Because like I said, at 200 hours, I've been here, done this before. So, but I gave myself a little bit, not enough to get me to a ridiculous point. So I've still got plenty of work to do, as you can see from my tech tree. I've unlocked maybe a third at most. So there's that. But anyway, let's just jump in, and as you can see from my active contracts, I have two: escape the atmosphere and orbit Kerbin. So I've got to send a vehicle up to 70,000 meters. So let's go ahead and do that. So for that, we're going to need to build some kind of I don't know, maybe some kind of a rocket, maybe? What do you think? Alright, so we'll start with a command pod. We're going to want a command pod to land safely, so maybe some kind of a parachute of some kind. There we go. I think we're off to a good start. I do need to change my logo, I think. Can I do that? I can do that somewhere else. Okay. Engines. So, 70,000 feet. What the hell is this? Huh. Yes, I have a bunch of mods installed. Some of them I haven't actually looked at yet. You know what? I'm going to need to put a separator on there, aren't I? Because getting up there is the easy bit. Oops. Okay, so let's whack this very simple SRB on here. We'll put some aerodynamics on it, because the last thing we want to do is die horribly. What does that give me? That gives me 2,000 delta V. I think that's way too much. That is way too much. I need like 600 or so. So we'll get rid of that. What this guy? That gives me 1,600. Okay, we'll go with this guy. I should clear the atmosphere and then some. Okay. That looks good enough to me. Do I have everything I need? Parachute, pod, engine. Yeah. That should do me well. Okay, that should at least get me there. Alrighty, so 5, 4, 2, 1, and away we go. Well, since we're not actually trying to get into an orbit, we're just going to go straight up. $30, $40, $50, $60, $75, $85, $90, $91, $90. So there we have it. Do we have enough thrust to get there? That's the question. I'm watching it drop slowly. We'll see. Jeb looks very excited. We'll get a crew report from here. Okay, looks good to me. Kerbin is looking very weatherless. Almost there. Bingo! We've done it. I have, obviously, as you can see, I have the achievement mod installed. So we've done it. We've escaped the atmosphere. Yay for us. And now the good bit. We've got to get back down again. Jeb is looking highly excited. Two, 1, 0. Now we should start descending. So getting up to 70,000 meters is actually pretty easy. Our next job is going to be to orbit, and I know that takes a lot more effort. Because it's not just going straight up, it's going sideways too. There we go, starting to enter the atmosphere again. How far have we traveled? We've traveled a little distance. Okay, here we go, here's our reheat effects. We're starting to get into the thick, soupy atmosphere. And of course, as the atmosphere gets thicker, we start to slow down more. So now we can deploy our chute. Oh look, there's the moon. The chute's open. 500 meters to impact. Landing, sorry. Bonk. Look at that. Mission accomplished. Alright, so we've recovered our vehicle. We've got some data. Didn't get any signs for it though. We got some data for the aircraft. We got like 8 signs for that. All our parts were returned. Well, most of it. And of course, our captain, Jeb. So all in all, a pretty successful mission. We did exactly what we wanted to do. We went up, we came back down again. We can trash that message. Oh, we broke our altitude record too. So our next one is Orbit Kerbin. Fly a vessel up and out of the atmosphere and accelerate parallel with the surface until you're in a stable orbit. Okay. That's going to require some kind of a vessel, I would imagine. I don't think this is going to cut it somehow. Alright, so let's think about this. The first thing we need, obviously, is we need a control cockpit. I don't know why I deleted that check. I could have just reused it. We're going to need some kind of a parachute to land it with. Right? Right. I don't know if we need a heat shield or not, man. Well, yes, we're gonna use a heat shield, I think. Where are we? Aerodynamics is what I need. Yeah, nice little heat shield so Jeb doesn't die on re-entry. Whoa, wrong one. Okay, that's that guy. So that's our re-entry vehicle. Now we need a fuel tank with enough fuel in it to decelerate. Okay. That should get us back down again, I would imagine. Yeah, why not? Okay. Should get us back down. Now somehow we've got to get up there, right? I know that takes a fair amount of fuel too. I need, what is it, like 4,000 in total? 4,000 delta V or something? So we're going to whack on a couple of fuel tanks. We'll chuck on an engine here. So that gives us 2,700. Not sure if that's enough. Well, we'll find out, I guess. Okay, we want to get up and out of the atmosphere, so we're going to stick those on there. I'm going to try and stick with using stock parts for the moment before I get too carried away with the plugins or with the mods. That should... Okay. Some aerodynamics on those. And some aerodynamics on the actual rocket itself. Okay, and I'm going to put some small ones up here, because when this separates it's going to be a bugger, I would imagine. Alright, so let's just double check our we've only got, we got these, what have we got here? Total mass. Yeah, I shouldn't need a launch platform for this guy yet. This should be pretty good. Okay. We are going to call this Mark 1 Orbiter. And this is going to give me an error. Yep, override it. Oh, this is new. I didn't even see this. When did this pop up? Ooh. Thermal mechanics helper. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we've got boosters to get us up and out of the soup. We got our primary rocket to get us some lateral speed, and then we've got our descent rocket to get us back down again, and we've got our chute. I don't think we need any power. We don't need any power at the moment. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is, I think that's enough total delta V to carry everything out. I think. We'll find out. But for the minute, I'm going to call this it. I'm going to go and think about this vessel. And when we come back, we will we'll do our first orbital launch. So until then, I will see you anon.